The age of the Hut Cartel is over. The time of the Tuskens has come. Welcome back, Holotable Heroes, to another Galaxy of Heroes video. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the first and foremost Tusken Raider Galactic challenge that we've had since the introduction of the Chieftain and the newly acquired Tusken Warrior. We're going to break down these feats and make sure that you can get your rewards even if your Tuskens are not particularly geared. Let's break this down. The global modifier for this particular galactic challenge is Safe Haven. This means the first person to do damage when there is no death mark on the field will be death marked, which cannot be removed until they are dead. This actually plays into our favor here. I actually like this particular modifier. The player modifier is Tusken Ambush. We're gaining a bunch of max health, defense, and speed, and the weakest enemy is inflicted with Ambush, which is going to be Kit Fisto in this scenario, which actually isn't all that useful. But anyway, we can safely ignore that particular modifier. The enemy's modifier is Humble Strikes. If an enemy buffs are dispelled or they expire during a Jedi ally's turn, that Jedi gains advantage for 2 turns and is stacking critical damage, which is kind of scary, but we can manage it. Let's take a look at the feats then. We need to complete the battle with at least 3 Tusken units. I have a feeling that this was actually a mistake from CG. They've done Tusken Galactic challenges in the past where it only required 3. I think they just rolled it forward and forgot to up it to 5 because we do now have 5 Tuskens. That's likely to be changed in the future, but you just never know. We need to win the battle after gaining momentum 150 times. This is the only real tricky feat in this setup, and we need to win with using 3 or less special abilities. Now, we can get this done even if your Tuskens are not amazing. Trust me on this one, ladies and gentlemen. So let's break this down with the very first team. We're going to get our Tusken win out of the way straight away, right out the gate. Now, we only need to use 3, and we're going to play around that death mark ability. Let's do this. And here is the team that I'm going to be using. We're using the new Tusken Chieftain with Raider and Urara. You do not need that Xaereth Tusken Chieftain. You do not need all the gear invested in your Tuskens either. Essentially, more or less, Malak is going to solo this entire battle for us because he's just a juicy guy. He's really thick, and more importantly, when it comes to Deathmark, he takes reduced damage from percentage health effects, which Deathmark is one of them. He also has the ability to stack up a bunch of health steal, he can place heal immunity, he can cleanse buffs, and that life drain can more or less help us kill anybody that we want. Now, we don't need... Oh, nice miss right at the start there, Malgus. The most important thing that we need to do is just get through our life drains as quickly as possible, okay? So, I'm actually just going to put this on auto. Mace Windu is actually probably your biggest concern thanks to his marked ability. Well done, Anakin. Okay, there we go. That was a good start, that was. They just come in and happy days. Anyway, so yes, getting rid of Mace Windu at the start. With his Shatter Point, he can actually reduce the max health of people, so that's kind of inadvisable. It's a little bit awkward for us to be in that situation, so get rid of Mace Windu out of the gate. After that, your biggest threat is really Anakin, so if we can get him out early, all the better. He can place heal immunity on your Malak, and that can be really irritating, but ultimately you should be in a place where you've got so much health and you're casting out that fear often enough that he shouldn't be too much of a threat, even with their stacking critical damage. As you can see, Juhani over there taunted for a little while, then we sucked her off and then she hid, which is just a perfect mechanic for a tank to have. That's exactly what we want our tanks to be doing, to be hiding as soon as they get into a little bit of trouble so that we can start hitting everybody else in the team. Nice kit design. Okay, so looks like we've got a nice bit of control on Anakin over here. Oh my god, Wat Tambor just yeeted out Juhani. Now we're just left with Ahsoka Tano and Kit Fisto himself, those premium Jedi that we all know and love. As you can see, really it is 90% Malak, they're so confusing, guys. It's 90% Malak that's dealing with all of the issues here. He is able to just tank that damage infinitely. We don't have to worry about our other Tuskens being hit so much. Wat Tambor, he's just there to pass tech mostly, but, you know. I put the medpack tech on Malak. You don't really need to put anything else on him. He takes enough bonus turns. He's got enough self-recovery that it's not too much of an issue. Eventually, Kit Fisto is going to die here, and this will give us the first of our feats, the most important of the feats, which is winning with 3 Tuskens. After this, I think we'll take a look at doing the Simple Tricks one, which is an old feat that we already know how to deal with. So, let's do that one. Simple Tricks is essentially winning without using more than 3 special abilities in any given turn. CLS is always the go-to option here. Yes, we are going to get death marked. Yes, we are going to lose Han almost instantly, but it doesn't really matter. We can go in, stun Jedi Knight Anakin for the funsies. We lose... Oh, wow. Oh, we got a lucky dodge there. We actually got a very lucky dodge there. So, I thought we were going to be losing our boy Han Solo there, but it looks like we don't. So we're just going to kill Anakin here. Again, we don't want to be using special abilities right now. You can actually just go select basic and win, I guess. Normally, I would expect you to lose Han Solo thanks to that death mark. We got a lucky dodge that kept him alive. But as you can see, we didn't even use any special abilities because special abilities are overrated, apparently. Basics all the way for our boy CLS. Easy tricks, simple tricks, easily done. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so when we look at it, we've got just the one big feat left now, which is the gain momentum after... win the battle after gaining momentum 150 times. Now, the Tuskens do have a lot of baked-in momentum into their kits, and you can actually win this using a full squad of Tusken allies. I managed to do it with relatively bad Tuskens. You see, I went in, not with you, I went in with a full Tusken squad, and with the right RNG, you can get it to work, and this is with 3 Gear 8 characters, a couple of Zetas. I was just messing around, see what's what, and Raider and Aurora at their requirements for Jabba and Lord Vader, respectively. You don't even need good modding. All you need to do is wait for Anakin to not use his AoE after you've killed Mace. However, I don't feel like this is the easiest way for us to gain momentum, so I came up with a slightly different team using Bounty Hunters and Book of Boba Fett, Dad Bod Boba. So, Bounty Hunters, we are going to use an Aura Singh lead here. We're going to take in Grief because he's useful. We're going to take in Bosk because he does next to no damage. And we're going to take in Boba Fett, Scion of Django. Of course, the last person into this team that we're going to be taking is once again going to be Malak. Now, the important thing about this is you need to mod your Malak to have him go first. So I'm just going to change up the mods here so we can see it in action. Okay, so the concept behind this is we want to hit contract incredibly quickly. Aura Singh offers a very useful way of us hitting contract early just by using 10 abilities while we are stealthed. We're having a fast Malgus, so once again, when we throw it out there, he is going to be able to immediately get that death mark. We don't have to worry about it happening to anybody else. Okay, so you should have your turn meter so that, or your turn order, so that Bosk goes, then Grief goes immediately afterwards. You taunt with Bosk. Yes, I know we've got the death mark, it's still okay. Then we're going to do the mass assist over here. That's going to trigger our... Well, I thought it would trigger him, but I guess we gained some turn meter. And we're looking to hit that contract quickly because Scion of Django actually doubles his momentum gains when he has got contract hit. So we're 50% of the way over to contract at the moment. I'm stunning Anakin because he is the deadly person. We're going to go ahead and use the ability, and here we are. We have hit contract. How nice and lovely. Now, using basics, when they don't dodge... cheeky. Using basics with Aura Singh will actually help us stun and control the enemy. Whenever it's Scion of Django's turn, what I expect people to do is to use this ability over here. Make sure you try and cleanse the crit hit immunity from Ahsoka and put that shock on her as well with Malgus. That means we'll still crit. Whenever he crits, he is going to be gaining an additional stack of momentum. When he's got his contract, he's doubling that stack. So we've got 24 at the minute. We do a nice big AoE. Boom, back up to 39. So that's 15 additional stacks of momentum. That's exactly what we're looking to try and do right now. Just control all that momentum. What you don't want to do is kill anybody too quickly. Okay? We want to try and keep people alive for as long as possible so that we can gain these stacks of momentum. 39 up to 45. Beautiful. And we're just going to keep on doing this. Keep on doing it. Let's try and get some stuns on the board. No such luck. Let's see if we can get some more stuns on the board. There we go. Now we're talking. Now, Boba Fett, Scion of Django can also... Excuse me. When he does a basic to a character that's got no protection, he does damage an additional time. So have a look. But if the target has no protection, this ability deals damage 2 more times. So he does damage 4 times. Each one of those has a chance to crit, obviously, and if you crit, you're gaining stacks of momentum, and because he's got contract, those stacks of momentum are going to be doubled. So we're at 48 right now. Just do a basic, up to 60. That was 12 stacks. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Let's see if we can I don't know. I'm trying not to damage people here. So 40 stacks, use the nice AoE here. Boom, up to 52. 12 additional stacks. That's absolutely delicious. If I'd say anything, is maybe mod your Boba Fett Sign of Jango for less offense and throw a bunch of crit chance and speed on him so that he's able to take multiple turns and not deal quite as much damage as I'm doing right now. 32 up to 47. Beautiful. Don't forget that these are actually expiring. We need to hit 150, but it should be incredibly doable if we just continue to do stuff like this. Try to deal as little damage as possible here. Throw out another AoE. 27 up to 39. That's another 12. So we only basically have to do that 10 times essentially. Let's get another basic out here. 23 up to 35. Lovely. It almost might be better to just basic everybody, truth be told. Let's just do a basic over here. You don't want to be using the life drain or anything like that. You want to keep people alive for as long as possible. 19 up to 34. That was, what, 15? 15 stacks? Lovely. Let's do that again. 14 up to 26. 12 stacks there. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. And then once again, up to 22 stacks. That was an extra 12. And then once again, an extra 6 there. So I'm not sure if we got it that time. What I'd probably recommend you do is just strip off all your mods on your Boba Fett Sign of Jango, pump it up with a bunch of speed and a bunch of crit chance, because critting is what's really going to help you get there. You want to lower his offense as much as possible. You don't want him dealing damage. Because you want to keep that battle going for as long as possible. Super, super amazing, fantastic. It was the best Galactic challenge we've ever done on the Scribe Tribe show, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please do leave a like and comment and tell me what you used to get this feat done, and are you looking forward to another 16 months of using Tuskens in Galactic challenges to get your Omicrons? Beautiful. See you all in the next video.